is Charlie from Adventures with Charlie, and welcome back to the Review Circle. Cool. Seeing as the new Peter Rabbit 2 is coming out in a few weeks to the UK, finally, as long as there's no more delays, I thought that we'd have a look at the first Peter Rabbit film to see if it's any good. Based on the best-selling book series by Beatrix Potter, it centers on, well, who do you expect? Peter Rabbit and his friend and his family, Benjamin, Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail. Now, after Peter successfully literally killed his last neighbour, but old Mr. McGregor, a new McGregor arrives. I've called Thomas. Who starts to set traps the rabbits, as well as have a fall for who's Peter's favourite person. So now the rabbits have to work hard to keep Thomas from moving in. So, I don't really remember reading the books. I think I did it maybe one, but I do remember watching the cartoon series on CBeebies. These were the cartoon characters. It was a nice series, and I did really like it a lot. And now we're moving on to this movie. And how does this film do? Well, I think this is a really creative movie. There are a lot of things I really like about this film. Mainly the characters. First, you have the main rabbit himself, Peter. A very mischievous little character. As he's the popular, mischievous rabbit, he'll do his best as to think that he's doing what's right for both him and his family, even if he's doing wrong. Then there's young Thomas McGregor, who seems at first like the villain of the feature, but as the film progresses, we realise more that he's not really a bad guy. He just wants to. He's just recovering after losing his job in London. As for the other rabbits, you have Cottontail, the one who has injuries and believes how many lives she's got. Flopsy and Mopsy, who most of the time argue about who's the favourite, who's the oldest. This of the trio. Benjamin, the young and fearful Bundy who worries about Peter. And then we have Peter's human friend, who grows a relationship to this young Mr. McGregor. I wouldn't say she's like the love interest of the film, but it's great to see the friendship between her how the rabbit's best and her new neighbour grow throughout the film. Also, so I just want to say that the actors did a really good job with their characters. James Corden, especially James Corden, offering a great performance as the young rabbit, Peter, and each of the actors offers some creativity into their voices. Next, there's the story. When you take rabbits based off a children's book, there's not really much you can work with, right? Well, but that's what the film does. It uses what it has. Because it knows it's based off a children's book, it has to make a nice simple story for everyone to relate to. One that the kids would understand. And another one for the adults, so it's not just for the kids. It knows how to balance out these out the themes of the film. However, one of the big problems is that I feel like the film has too many stories going at once. For example, so it's Peter being a mischievous bunny. Annie, who likes his and likes feet. Then it later becomes the hit. So some another plot where he tries to take on Mr. McGregor. And then there's another plot where Mr. McGregor has feelings for V. They're all good stories on their own, and each one has great detail. But the problem is they offer too many plots for the film to take focus on. They can be tricky to find out which one really is the main plot out of the film. But if I can say one thing, is that this film is really funny. It offers some great humour, and the jokes are spot on from beginning to end. And this is one of Sony Pictures Animation's funniest movies they've ever released. And I just burst out laughing at all the jokes. And there's the visuals. Now this isn't something new for Sony Pictures Animation. They usually do like live action animation hybrids before, or like what they did with the first two Smurfs films. And even from the Goosebumps movies. And I'll say that it does really work well. They really use it to their advantage. The animals actually look very realistic, like they fit into this environment. And there are also the backgrounds, which are really lovely to look at. Each of the backgrounds offers so much creativity with their looks, and they have a nice design to them, that makes them stand out from the rest. As easily some of the best looking backgrounds for live action film. However, one problem I do have is regarding the animation. I know I'm not faulting the animation itself. It looks really realistic. But I feel like the biggest problem is that they focus too much on the CGI animals and try to offer too much for their advantage. They could have just focused on the rabbit story, and that would have been it. But it just focuses on all these other stories instead. Every animation. But that doesn't really stop it for me. So overall, when you take a cheeky rodent from a book series, you'll find a really cheeky little movie. Peter Rabbit is a great 8-movie adaptation of the books that offers a lot of heart, humour, and creativity. While the film offers too many stories at once, but they're all executed fine, and the animation and live action visuals work really well together. The humour is top notch. It offers some really likeable characters, and the actors offer for some of their greatest performances. Personally, my best recommendation for this film is for fans of the book series, because they're gonna really enjoy this. Young kid, since they'll enjoy the charm of the film, and even to an adults who used to be fans of the books and read them when they were younger. As for the rating, this is a really entertaining film, and that's why I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. And a really charming film from a cheeky little rabbit. So what am I going to do in the next episode of the Review Circle? I won't say much about this film, but all I'm gonna say about the next film we're looking at is that a little blue tank engine will finally complete his dream of going around the world. See you later, folks.